How you doing, everybody? I hope you're okay. I hope everyone is well. Before I begin, I just want to say two things that I think are the most important things of all. First of all, I want to say sorry to you. I want to say sorry to anybody who's watching this video that you're having to watch this video. There's been so many dramas, so many beefs, so much back and forth across this Spurs community over the last 3-4 years that to be in this situation is not fair on anyone who's a fan of channels. You've got your favorite channels, you've got channels maybe you don't like, channels you love to bits, some channels that you avoid at all costs. You don't need this. And we, as people that run channels, creators, hosts, we don't need this either. So I want to apologize to you guys for having to be drawn into this and sucked into this nonsense. And if I'm going to say it for what it is, this is grown men's diabolical behavior, and all parties are at fault here. This isn't one person. It's not two. It's everybody is at fault here. So apologies to you guys for that. Secondly, I want to apologize to all the guys at Tottenham away. Iggy, especially Iggy, JP, Mari, Will Stewart, the new guys who come on a regular basis, Maz, Lee, Matt, they don't deserve this either. They don't need any backlash or any by association connection hate that might come their way as well. So I want to say sorry to you guys as well. You're my brothers. You know how I feel about you guys. You know that we're a team, and you've always had my back. You'll always have my back, and I'll always have your back. But it doesn't mean that this should be happening. So apologize to everyone who's watching, and apologies to all the Tottenham away team and any other channels who we're friends, and anyhow you get drawn into, WhatsApp gossip or any kind of meta behind the scenes that's off the back of this. So apologies to all of you. This is a video I never ever wanted to have to make. And when Jacob and Paul made those videos, I said to myself, there's no way I'm going to respond to that, because that's what they want. They want my attention. They want a reaction. They want me to bite. And I said, no, I'm going to rise above this. But looking at some of the comments, so many people contacting me, some for really good reasons, some for quite horrendous reasons, I kind of slept on it. And I said to myself, why don't I really want to reply to them? You've got no problem challenging anyone, Stelios. You've got no problem, hitting back if someone swings at you. You always stand your ground. What's really stopping you? And I think what it was, and what it comes down to for me is, and it's why I'm so not happy doing this video, is it's going to bring up the past and a dark place that I was in as a person, a place that I've spent a good 2-3 years trying to get away from, pull away from, and seek help to not go back to. And the video Jacob made, it just brings up that dark period that I never, ever, ever wanted to have to go into. So the choice is either make this video and bring up that dark past, but then you hear both sides of the story. You hear the full truth, not the one that Jacob wanted to paint, not the misleading, deliberately missing out key parts of what happened. Or I ignore it, I don't give them the attention, then I look as guilty as hell and people think I'm running away. I can't win. If I don't reply, I'm guilty. If I do reply, it just brings up a period that I don't want brought up again. So, because there's a lot of demons I had to fight during that period, and you know, just on a human level, no one knows what we all go through. No one knows the things we all live through and what any one of us is going through at any given time. But so be it. This is a video I never wanted to make, but here I am. I want to start from the beginning so you can understand fully what's happened. Many years ago, Tottenham away was just myself, Iggy, and JP. Us three were running it at that time. There were more people before, but I'm going to start from that point in time. And I was looking for some North American Spurs fans to come and do a slot on our show, on our channel. So I went on the internet and I found the United Spurs of America. And I thought, that's quite a cool name. I like it. That's cool. And then I watched a couple of videos of Jacob and Michael. They were the two that were running the channel. I thought, you know what? They're quite funny, these guys. I'm going to reach out to them. Now, they had hardly any views. Maybe 9 people watched their videos. I think they had 25 subscribers. They were literally non-existent, these guys. And I arranged a meeting with them. And I said to them, when we had the meeting, I want you to come on Tottenham away. I want you to come and do a show once a week. It's a much bigger platform. At the time, I think we had about 2,000 subscribers. And promote your channel. Try and drive the audience to go to the United Spurs of America. You can dual stream on your channel and our channel. Do whatever you got to do. And I want to give you a platform. I want to give you a voice on a bigger channel. I think you guys would be good for it. Jacob was super excited by it. Michael was super happy. They're like, oh my God, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Stelios. And I said to them, no, that's cool. You're helping me as well because it's someone else making content on the channel. So they started doing shows. Everything was fine. But then after about maybe 6 months, Jacob started getting a little bit funny. And I knew something was up. And then he asked for a meeting. And we all had a meeting, the Tottenham away guys, at the time. And Jacob said to me, well, said to all of us, we do these shows and these super chats come in. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what a super chat is when someone pays to have their comment read out. Could be £1, £2, £5, £10, 20, 50. Sometimes you get some massive ones like 100. Okay. Normally it's between £2 to £10 is the kind of super chats we get. And Jacob saw this money and he felt that he should earn some of that money, which is fair. You know, I don't I don't begrudge him for that. But what he did was he said to us, I'm unemployed, I'm not working, and my wife thinks I'm just mucking about on the internet. So if I got paid just a little bit of money, like 10, 15 bucks, he's American, bucks, dollars, at least I can show them that I'm making some money, and I can at least maybe once a month buy a takeaway. They call it a takeout, and I can contribute to the house. And I said to him, okay, so you're not working? You said, no. I just, I don't, I want to prove to my wife that I can, put some money into the pot as well. And I said, all right, no, this isn't this. Hey, man, we get it. And all of us were very sympathetic to it. We all said we get it. And I said to him, well, look, let us have a meeting, and we'll come back and we'll put forward a plan of how of what we can pay and how it can work so it's fair. And I said to him, by the way, you're probably going to get more than $10, Jacob, just so you know. It's going to be more like 30, 40 pounds, which is about, I don't know, about $50 a month, something like that. And this big smile came up on his face, like, oh man, like, oh yeah, then I can buy that Tottenham training top that I've always been after. I read between the lines very quickly when things happen. Not always, but quite often. When he said that, I said to Jacob, because these are the things Jacob didn't tell you in his video. Jacob doesn't tell you any of this stuff. I said to him, and the reason I'm talking about this is because him and Paul brought up about money. It brought up about money. And I said, Jacob, can I ask you a question? If you're not working and your wife thinks you're messing around on the internet and you want some money to show that, you can contribute, why would you go and spend any money you earn off the channel on Spurs merch? Why would you go and spend the money on Spurs training gear? Why not put it towards bills and food and stuff like that? And then he started laughing. And it was one of those nervous laughs where and at that point, that's the first time I thought, that doesn't add up. It's almost like, it was almost like emotional blackmail. I need money so I can help the family. But as soon as I mentioned the kind of money that he might get from doing this, it was, yeah, I'm going to buy clothes for me. And I didn't get it. But listen, is it a big enough deal? Is it something for me to get angry about? Is it something for me to say, you're a liar, you're a con man? No. I just brushed it under the carpet. I'm like, whatever. But it stayed there. I never forgot that, because something didn't add up. Something just didn't make sense in that moment. Okay, so we have a meeting and we agreed that 50%, so half of what Jacob and Michael make on their show, we would give to them. So we had another meeting, and I said, and this meeting was just Jacob, myself, and JP. And thank God JP was there, because he's a witness to this. And I said to Jacob, what we've agreed is, whatever you make on your show, we will give you 50%. We'll give you and Michael half the money. So half goes to the channel so that we can run it, pay for the software. At the time, we weren't making lots of money. And even now, we're not making lots of money. We're making more. Of course we are, because we're a much bigger channel. But we weren't making like big bucks. And I said, we can do 50%. Half goes to us so that we can pay to run the channel. And obviously, we do some marketing, and the other half you guys can have. And Jacob's response was, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to want more. This is going to be difficult now. He asked for less. He said, no. You guys have 60%. Him and Michael will take 40%. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He negotiated downwards. And it was like, it's like me selling you a car and you offer me £2,500 and I say, no, you can have it for £2,000. I just didn't get it. So I said to him, Jacob, that's cool, man. 50-50. We're happy to do 50-50. He goes, no, because there's three of you, because at the time it was Iggy, JP, and me, and there's two of us, Michael and Jacob. So 20% each. So 20, 40, 60. Michael and Jacob, 20, 20, 40. I said, and I thought, listen, fair play to Jacob, right? I'm an honest person. I say it as it is. Fair play to Jacob. He was trying to be fair. But in my head, I'm thinking now, the reason you wanted money was so that you can contribute to the family. We want to help. We're prepared to give 50%, and this guy wants to take less. I'm thinking, bro, you sounded a bit desperate for the money. I never said this to him, but this is what I'm thinking. You sounded desperate for the money. Now we're prepared to give it. You want less. This didn't make sense to me either. So now I'm just thinking, I don't get this guy. I just don't understand him. This is just odd. It doesn't make sense. So listen, we agreed to 60-40. Fine, that's what he wanted. We gave it to him. And I said to Jacob, the way it works is this. Whatever you earn in a month, YouTube pays us the following month at the end. So for example, we're currently, like right now, we're in September. So whatever we earn in September, YouTube pays us at the end of October, and YouTube takes 30%. So whatever's left, we split it and we hand it out. So at the end of this month, you have to wait another month for us to receive the money. Then we can pay that. Oh, cool, that's fine. Yeah. All right. And the meeting was over. Now, Iggy, after the meeting, said, you know what? Let's get the boys some Spurs merch as a gift. So we got them. I think we got them Spurs, either training tops or Spurs jerseys. And we bought the stuff, or I think we had one item already. I can't remember. Anyway, we sent them some merch, their size, by post to America, and they received it. Thank you guys. Oh man, that's so kind of you. And they wore it on one of the shows, and everything was going fine. We were doing what we could to look after them. And then the shit hit the fan. Right? By the way, if this internet connection is poor, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't have good internet connection where I live. And then Jacob calls up Iggy and says to him, I haven't received my money. So Iggy contacts me and says, Stel, you haven't paid the boys. Iggy, I can't pay them. We get the money at the end of the month. It's only the first week of the month. So in 3 weeks' time, 3 weeks, we get paid by YouTube. Then I can give it to them. I've told Jacob this already. So I messaged Jacob to explain. He's like, and he replies, oh yeah, it's cool. A week later, the same thing happens. And I'm like, what's he doing? Like, what's the first you made out you needed money for the family, but then when I said how much you'd get, you wanted to spend it on Spurs merch. Then when we offered to give you 50%, you negotiated downwards. Now you're moaning we haven't paid you. And I kept telling him, like, dude, we get paid at the end of the month. It's not the end of the month yet. Then he started getting funny about it. At which point I said, Iggy, don't respond to Jacob anymore. I'm in control of the finances. Send him to me and I'll explain it again. By the way, at this point, I was running the finances. When the channel shut down and we started again on Will Stewart's channel, then Will took over running the finances. And I explained it to Jacob. And all he ever did, like all this guy ever did was say, okay, okay, it's cool, it's cool. So there's a week to go or 5 days to go before we get paid now. The boys were supposed to go live, but I could see that no stream was set up. So I contacted them and I said, guys, are you still going live tonight? Because nothing's been set up. Oh, yeah, we're just going to do it now. Sorry, it's all late. I'm like, okay, is everything okay? And Jacob goes to me, this is our last night. This is the last show we're going to do on the channel. I said to him, what? Yeah, we're leaving. We're not doing it anymore. When were you going to tell us? When were we going to find out? Oh, we were going to do a live show and just say goodbye to the audience, one last bye-bye to everyone and explain everything. So we're going to find out on a live show on our channel. That's when we're going to find out. And he's like, yeah. I don't think so. This is our channel and we're going to find out the same time as everyone else after everything we've done. So what I did was I said to them, guys, don't worry about it. I'll take over. And I disconnected them from having access to the channel. Jacob got really wound up about it. And I said to him, listen to me, man. You didn't even have the respect or the courtesy of speaking to us and telling us until the day you were going to do it. And the only reason we found out is because I contacted you to ask why you hadn't set up the stream. And he couldn't see any wrong in this. Do I look stupid? He was going to go live and God knows what he was going to say. There's no way he was going to badmouth us on our platform, on our channel. Maybe he wasn't going to badmouth us, but I wasn't going to take that risk. So I said to him, look, guys, why are you leaving? Oh, we want to do our own thing. I'm like, really? And you didn't want to even discuss with us anything? You didn't want to mention it? You didn't want to have a chat about it? And guys, that was it. That was it. Just like that. Now, Jacob then got angry that he couldn't, well, he was already angry because he couldn't do the last show. And I explained to him why I didn't let them do the last show. And he then demanded that we take down all the videos they've ever done. This is like a year's worth, maybe more, of videos. And I said to him, we're not taking down a year's worth of content off our channel. No. Then he demanded that we change all the thumbnails, all the images, so it doesn't say United Spurs of America. It doesn't say his name. It doesn't say Michael's name. And I said to him, this is going to take us hours and hours and hours of work. No, you chose to leave. We never asked you to leave. We don't even know why you're leaving. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happened. And I even said to him, we will pay you the money that's owed. Because in 5 days' time, or whether it was a week, I can't remember exactly, when this money gets paid, we're still going to send you the money because that's fair. And I was always fair. But he demanded we take down all the videos. He demanded we change all the thumbnails. So I said to them, here's a proposition. I will take down all the thumbnails. We will spend hours and hours and hours doing this. But the money we owe you, we're going to keep as payment for this extra work that we now have to do. And he said, fine, do it. So we agreed. I think it was like 30 quid that we owed them, or 35 pounds, something like that. I said, fine. So we're going to keep this 35 pounds, but we will change all the artwork that you've ever done. Agreed. I said, okay, I wish you all the best. Good luck. And I think Iggy spent like 2-3 hours doing it. Ever since that day, Jacob held a grudge against me. And he went around on the sly in these little corners of the community telling people that I never paid him, that I stole his money. It's a lie. I've never stolen money. I would never steal money. So they went and did their thing. We even promoted them. We even said, go check out the United Spurs. Even after all of this, we still kept it cool. We still tried to support them. But no, not Jacob. Jacob had to try and badmouth me. And that's when we began to fall out. Now, my mum passed away. I lost my mum to COVID. Not everyone's blessed to have good parents. I was so lucky. I had an amazing mother, and we were like this. And this is why I didn't want to do this video, because it's going to bring up all this dark stuff that I went through. People laugh at me when I do shows, by the way. Sometimes people put comments, Stell's a baby. He's got a teddy bear. Like if you see over there, Stell's got a teddy bear in his room. The reason I've got that is because that's the only memory I've got of my mum, of when she actually gave me something she gave me that I kept. Okay, she gave it to me when I was a kid, but it's a memory of my mum. I've got some photos. You might just see one there. I've got some photos of my mum and stuff, but that's it. I don't actually have anything that belonged to her or that she gave me, and that's it. That's all I've got. So, a grown man with a teddy bear, you kind of think, yeah, that they had a bit of a connection, right? I went through a very dark period for about maybe 2 years. And for 1 year, I was literally on my knees. I was broken. I was angry. I was grieving. And at the same time, this was when Mourinho and Conte was happening at Spurs. It was Conte. And I was Levy out, Enoch out. I was going to the protests. I was chanting Levy out in the stadium. I was arguing with people on the internet who were Levy in. Really toxic. But this is where I was channeling my anger. I'm still Levy out, but my approach is different now. Then it was just wild. And a lot of arguments erupted on the internet. A lot of people disliked me because I was very full on Levy out. And in that toxicity, a lot of rumors started. People really came for me. Stell's a rapist. Stell's a misogynist. Stell abuses women. Stell's a paedophile. Stell's sets up fake policeman account. All this nasty, toxic shit. And I had people contact my workplace. They found out where I worked. They contacted my workplace. And, they told people that I was a paedophile. You have no idea what it's like to deal with that. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for empathy. I just want you to understand. When you are subjected to this level of abuse and hate, am I innocent? Do I not punch back? Do I not hit back? Of course I do. But there's certain things you just don't do. And this is one of them. I had to get the police involved. I had to get people in my industry involved, and they sanctioned other people in my industry because they started spreading these rumors. Twitter, at the time it was called Twitter, they took down accounts called Stelios Noncios, fake accounts. I was in a hellhole. And in this, I was punching back at everyone as well, making it worse for myself. The worst thing I could have done was to be on the internet whilst I was grieving my mum's loss. It did me no favors. And even people who were close to me said, "Still, just come off, don't do it, get off social media, get off YouTube." I couldn't. I was in a hole. I was in this dark, horrible place. And if I knew what I knew now, my God, man, I would have pulled out of all of it. But whilst this was happening, some people, they just ignored it. Some people, they tried to help me. But others, they spread these rumors. They stirred it up and they threw fuel onto the fire. And one of those people was Jacob. It wasn't just Jacob, there was many of them. But Jacob, with the grudge that he held against me for not letting him do that last show and the lies he created about not being paid, he was one of the people that was stirring this up, liking, retweeting. Stell's a misogynist. Stell fucks around and abuses women. Stell's a snake. Going into comments on shows, Stell's a snake. All this stuff. Listen, man, there's only so much anyone can take. You saw that video put Jacob out the other night. He couldn't take it no more. He's human as well. But so am I. So enough was enough. And I had it out with Jacob. Right? We had an exchange. Partly on the phone, mostly on WhatsApp. And listen, very, very few people in life have managed to get to me to the point of where I break. And Jacob broke me, man. You know, listen, well done. Well done, Jacob. He broke me. He just mentally outdid me. When I was in the worst place I've ever been in my entire life. And in that moment, in that rage, did I say stuff to Jacob that I should never have said? Yeah, I did. I've always said I'm honest. I've always said I'm a straight talker and I don't hide from anything, people. Did I say something to Jacob I should never have said? Yes, I did. Do I regret it? Yeah, I regret it. It was below the belt. It was uncalled for. It was horrible. And if anyone said that to me, I would lose my shit. But do I regret the way I was feeling at the time, the anger I was carrying, and the absolute hate I had for people like Jacob for what they were doing to me? I don't regret that at all. No, not at all. But like I said, it wasn't just Jacob. But the stuff that they were doing, the things that were going on, I have no regrets whatsoever for the amount of anger that I had towards him and the hate for what he was doing. And I broke. That's what happened. That's the truth. And I never want to go back to that place again. I never, ever want to be in that place again. And it took me a long time to get out of that place. Yeah, I'm still enic out. Yeah, I'll still challenge opinion. Yeah, I'll still question the manager. Yeah, I'll still say a certain player's rubbish and I don't want him at the club. But you're never, ever, and I never, ever have done anything like that to anyone. Do I owe Jacob an apology? I should do. but I can't forgive him for what he did. When I was in my darkest time, I actually did reach out to him a while back to see if there was a way we could have a truce, an amicable solution. And we agreed. We agreed that I won't talk about it. He won't talk about it. I won't mention his name. He won't mention my name. But listen, you're going to have your own opinions on this. And some of you have already made up your minds. You don't even care. Like you are where you are. Some of you will now look at this from a different angle. Some of you will now take a different perspective on this. Some of you will just see it as like, yeah, beef, drama. How can I wind this up? Everyone's going to have a different view on this. I'm not here to change opinion. I'm not here to make you feel or think anything other than what you want. But to sit here and listen to someone lie about the money, only paint one side of the picture of what I said, but to ignore what he did and the things that he stirred up. No, Jacob. No, Jacob. You're not innocent here at all. I saw a bit of a video yesterday and I saw how, again, misleading, stirring up something that isn't true. He put this up on his video against me. Now, Jacob was posting clips of me and Tottenham away stuff on his Twitter. And I replied saying, you're posting videos of a time before I spoke to Paul. So basically, he put up a video of me having a dig at the Hotspur Hippie. But a month ago, the Hotspur Hippie and I had a conversation because the Hotspur Hippie, he's got it in for me and Sava. He can't stand me and Sava because we question Ange. We're not happy with his tactics. We're not happy with the transfers. And, you know, he's made some videos. Toxic, entitled, whinging Spurs fans at it again, where he's making videos essentially calling me and Sava out. Jacob's made a few as well. Head loss, Ange out is ridiculous. The sky is falling on Tottenham, some Spurs fans say. So they've been making videos which indirectly are about me and Sava. And when you go into the comments, it's all about me and Sava. Because we are two people that question the manager. This isn't about Sava, it's about me. So Jacob posted a video of me on one of my shows saying that LSD eco warrior hippie. Because Paul, that's his real name, the hippie, was in the comments of my show throwing shots. So I threw some back. Like I said, if someone punches me, I punch back. I stand my ground. That might not be for everyone, and I appreciate that. We're all made of different stuff. And I said to Jacob when he posted these videos, I said, you're posting videos of a time which was before when I spoke with Paul on the phone and we cleared the air. Now that the hippie, I got someone in the Spurs community. I said, can you give my number to Hotspur Hippie? Tell him to call me because he's talking a lot about me. Just call me. Let's have a chat. So he calls me up and he's swearing and down the phone. I put the phone down on him. I thought this isn't going to work. Then he messages me saying, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. I said, I'll pick up the phone, but talk to me like an adult, not like a raging lunatic. So he calls up again, starts shouting. I calmed him down. We're both calm, good. And he accused me of being a troll on Sava's channel. He accused me of being a troll on his channel. And I said to him, Paul, hold on a minute. Hold on a second. I'm not these fake accounts. I was on these shows when this was happening. How can it be me? And then after 10 minutes of chatting, he apologized to me. He said, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. I said, well, this is why I wanted you to call me to speak, because everyone's really good at accusing me of everything. Rapist, abusing, hating disabled people. I hate the elderly. I'm a racist. I'm a Nazi. I'm anti-Semitic. I'm as anti-Islamophobic. In fact, I even hate my own people. I hate Greeks. I hate everyone. Everyone's good at that. Very few people actually pick up the phone and speak. And I said to Paul, right, are we cool now? He's like, yeah, we're cool. Then he accused me of buying subs. I said, why would I buy subs? You don't get paid off of subs. You get paid off of viewing figures and super chats. If I'm going to buy anything, I'm going to buy viewing figures and super chats, not subs. He's like, oh, yeah, good point. I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, but I heard. I said, yeah, you heard from what? From people that hate the fact that I'm leaving out, that I question managers, and our channel is growing because people actually think that we speak the truth and there's some honesty coming from our channel. He goes, yeah, but a lot of people said, well, then you're part of the gossip circles. Don't be a gossip, and then you won't hear it. Anyway, so Paul and I were cool. I said to him, if you ever want to come on my channel, feel free to come on. And I said to him, if you ever want me to go on your channel, I'll come on. He's like, nah, that's cool, but I don't think it's for me. I said, all right, well, if you change your mind. And I said to him, if anything ever comes up again, please just call me. You've got my number. And he said to me, okay, cool. So Jacob's posting videos a couple of days ago, but this was before, right? I spoke with Paul. So Jacob is stirring it up. So I said to him, now True Colors Jacob is trying to stir up past beef, which is what he was doing. He was trying to stir up previous stuff to gain traction. And then I said to him, never forget, Spurs fans, Tottenham away put Jacob on the map. Yeah, we gave him his first taste of the Spurs community when we gave him that show, which is why I started off the story by telling you, I found Jacob and Michael. They agreed to come on our channel. And then I said, our little kid wants some attention from daddy. And what Jacob did, and this is why he's a son of a bitch, what Jacob then did was make a big deal of this. Our little kid wants some attention from daddy, as if I'm attacking his kid, as if I'm having a shot at daddy. No, and no. That's beyond disingenuous. That's manipulative hate stirring. What this means is, and notice how I put it after I said, never forget, Tottenham away put Jacob on the map. Our little kid, meaning you came to Tottenham away, part of the family, you're the little kid, you want attention from the daddy. Now, I don't know, maybe some Americans don't know all British terminology, but in the UK, we've got a saying, who's the daddy? I'm the daddy, meaning I'm the man, I'm the bigger channel, I'm the bigger person. I run the show. And that's what this means. Our little kid, i.e. Jacob, who we gave his first chance of being on a bigger channel, he wants some attention from daddy, i.e. this entire tweet is just him wanting attention. And I call myself the daddy because I've got a bigger channel than him. And I put him on the map. And he spun that. Manipulative. Deceiving. So he can put out these videos. He can attack me as much as he wants. But there's two sides to this story. And he's twisting this part of it. I've admitted to my wrongdoings. Is he going to admit to his wrongdoings? Is he going to admit to the snaky, horrible, slimy behavior that he conducted? Being part of that cesspit of hate? the lies, abusing women, paedophilia? Is he gonna admit to you that? Or is he just going to give you this one-sided story, this biased representation of how, oh, I was just protecting my family and he was attacking them? Stop it. Stop it, Jacob. You used them when you wanted some money. When we first spoke after about 3-4 months on our channel, you played those kind of cards. Stop playing those cards. I admit to my wrongdoings. I admit to what I've said. I've explained how I broke. I snapped as a human being. And I regret it. I fully regret it. I want to hear you own up to what you did. I want to hear you own up that you regret the things you said and retweeted and shared and tried to basically strangle me when I was on my knees. But like I said, man, well done. You broke me when I was on my knees and I was grieving and I was in a dark place. You got me, man. You sensed an opportunity and you laid down the sledgehammer on me. 2 years ago, this was. 2 years ago. Have you ever heard me mention Jacob's name? Have you ever mentioned me say United Spurs of America in the last year, 2 years? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. And this is opportunistic as well. Look at both Jacob and Paul. Threaten me again, Stel. Go on, do your video, pussy. Threaten me again. When did I ever threaten you, Paul? We spoke once on the phone to clear the air and we cleared it. And out of nowhere, you've lost your frigging mind. I'm going to come to Paul in a minute because I don't know what's happened with him. I've got no idea. I've got no history with this guy other than he was in my comments on a video once mouthing off. I responded on a live show, mouthed off. That was it. Jacob, the truth about Tottenham away. What about the truth about the United Spurs of America? What happened? What about the truth of Jacob? What he did? Double standards. When it suits you. When it suits you, man. But when you look at these videos, 6,800 views for Jacob, 7,500 views for the Hotspur Hippie. They have never, ever even come close to those kind of viewing figures. It is hands down the most viewed videos that they've ever seen on their channels. And look what's in common. Tottenham away, Stelios. You put my name in the title, you put the channel name in the title, Tottenham away, views, subscribes, engagement, opportunistic. Sons of bitches, both of them. Both of them. Unbelievable, man. The Hotspur Hippie, he did a video saying that I'm toxic and I do it on purpose because it's the currency of the internet. The more toxic you are, if you call into TalkSport and you're negative, it gets the most views and likes. And Tottenham away, Stelios, he does it on purpose. He does it. He deliberately hates the tactics. He deliberately doesn't like Brennan Johnson or Timo Werner. He does it on purpose because it's the currency of the internet. He's a liar. Paul, the Hotspur Hippie, is a liar. These are the most popular videos we've ever done. These got the most subscribers, the most views, and generated the most income, right? I'm going to show you. The red arrow says popular because they're the most popular videos. 41,000, 43,000, 31,000, 19,000. These are viewing numbers. You can see the videos there. Are these hateful videos? Are these videos questioning the manager? Are these videos saying we don't want Timo Werner or Brennan Johnson's rubbish? No. It's match day goals. It's Spurs fans singing. It's Iggy doing a video that he's happy that Dragusin signed for Spurs. Look at the video at the bottom. That's me celebrating us drawing 2-2 at the Emirates last season, humbling the Arsenal fans, celebrating that we didn't let Arsenal beat us. All these videos are a celebration of goals, players, or a good performance. These are the most views. These are the most viewed videos on our channel. The currency of the internet is not hate and toxicity the way the Hotspur hippie misleads you and lies about. The currency of the internet, the ones that really land, are these. But he'll do a video, full blown attacking me. He hates on purpose because that's how people watch them. He hates the tactics because that's how he gets the views. If Tottenham Hotspur were to win 10 games in a row and Spurs were to win a trophy, we would get hundreds of thousands of views beyond belief. He's a liar. And I really, really didn't want to go down this road, man. I really didn't want to have to do this video where I'm calling another person he's a liar. He's a manipulator. He's saying that I threatened him. Look at his video. Threatened me against her. What did I threaten to do to you, man? What did I threaten to do to you? Show me where I threatened you. Like, what is he talking about? And do you know something I've noticed about this hippie? Do you know what I've noticed about him? When he does his videos, he's very angry. When there's an opinion, when there's a view, when there's a method of thinking that is not his, that opposes his, that he doesn't like, he's not this be optimistic, man. Be positive, man. Be patient, man. He's angry. It's like a broken soul just losing his mind. I'm sick of these fans that don't like Ange. I'm sick of people questioning the tactics. Oh, yeah, toxicity is the currency of the... Watch the way he delivers his message. For someone that claims to be positive, someone who claims to be optimistic, he delivers his message in a very angry, aggressive way at times. Like, you're not someone who's this positive, optimistic, happy, loving guy. You're not, man. You're not. When it suits you, you are. We can all have good days and we all have bad days. But when there's an opinion that you don't like, when there's a view you dislike, you are one angry, aggressive man. You don't approach it from a positive angle. You don't approach it from a happy place. It's anger unleashed. Go watch his videos when he's calling out fans or questioning fans who have a different view or a different opinion. And then he wants to champion free speech. It's free speech. Okay. But he's still angry when you do it. You talk about being this psychedelic guy and yeah, man. But you're angry when it comes to views that directly oppose yours. I've done nothing wrong to this poor guy. I've spoken to him once in my life. Like I said, I called him out once on a show because he was in the comments calling me out. But that was it. It was just a little back and forth. It happens on, you get it almost every time you go live now. There's always someone in the comments saying you're negative, you're toxic, you don't know what you're talking about, you're not really a coach, you don't speak to the club like you make out. You always get that. Sometimes you push back, sometimes you're like, whatever. But I'm gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked that this guy here, the hippie, do your video pussy. Imagine I did a video calling someone a pussy. Imagine what the response would be if I did that. What do you think would happen if I said, he's a pussy, and I put it on a video? What do you think would happen? But it's okay for him to do it, just making stuff up, lying, the currency of the internet. They only do it because hate makes the money, hate gets the clicks and the likes. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're just cold stone lying. The best videos are when we win. The best videos are when there's match day footage. The best videos are when we're celebrating success. When things are happy, man. When things are good. That's the currency of the internet. You just dislike my opinions, you dislike my views, and you hate the fact that there's a pretty big audience that wants to listen to it and engage with it. Because we're not fake positive. I'm not fake positive. I'm not a happy clapper. I'm not a sheep. I don't just toe the line. I am a contrarian thinking. I challenge the status quo when something isn't right. I don't just accept it as this is how it is. I've never been that guy, and I will never be that guy either. Jacob, I understand why he did the video. I get why he's angry. But it was the most one-sided, misleading, son of a bitch video where he just covered up everything that he did. It takes two to party. There's no smoke without fire. There's no fire without smoke, should I say. Anyway, look. You make of it what you want. You think what you want, guys. I'm not here to make you change your mind. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. And I'm not here to get any sympathy, sob story, none of that. I'm over that dark period I went through. But I'm not going to change who I am and just not stand my ground or challenge things when I can see from my view, this isn't right. I'm still going to put out that content. I'm still going to challenge the status quo when something is wrong. I'm going to end how I started. I'm sorry that you guys are having to watch videos like this. Grown men, diabolical behavior. I'm sorry that you are having to watch content that isn't about tactics, players, opinions, views, debate, the manager, the ownership, the Premier League. I'm sorry that this isn't the content that this video provides. And I mean that. I don't want this. You don't want this. They don't want this. I'm sorry to all of you that this is where we're at. And like I said, I'm sorry to all the boys on Tottenham away that this has happened and that I made this video, because I said to the guys I'm not going to react. I said to the guys I won't respond. I said to them I'm not going to give them the attention. But you know, I'm not going to go to the grave one day knowing that I never put out my story and my version of what happened, and how Jacob masked so much, and how he's been lying as well. And as for this Hotspur hippie, I've got no idea what planet he's on. He's completely heads gone. It's beyond me. I don't even know what to make of it, or whether he's just doing it because he's Jacob's friend and it's one friend tag teaming the other. God knows. But guys, I'm done. I've said what I wanted to say. I'm flying out in about 5 hours. I'm away for the next 3 days. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm not going to touch the internet. I hope this message serves you well. Keep an open mind. There's two sides to every story. And just ask yourself this. If I was this nasty, horrible, vicious person, none of the guys on Tottenham away that you like would even come near me. And the people whose channels I go on, the people in the community who I'm tight with, they wouldn't even come near me. Ask yourself why. Are they all bad people? Are they all nasty people as well? No, they're not. They know the story, and they know there's always two sides to it. So keep an open mind. I wish you the best. And listen, have a great weekend. I'm out of here. Peace.